Shout out to everybody rocking with us. It's your boy, Big Vern, App Stupid Podcast. App Stupid like you got some sense, and smash that like button for your boy. So yesterday was National College Football Signing Day, and that's mainly like bragging rights in the college football world. You get to check out who's coming and who's staying in the transfer portal. Everybody got up. But one thing I saw that was troubling for one team in particular, being the Florida Gators, they had 8 high-profile decommits. And trust me, decommits and recruiting is going to happen, but not on that level to where you almost turn a side head like, wait. Y'all had eight high-profile 5-star, 4-star kids flip and either go in-state or go to another program altogether. And it begs me to ask this question. Is Billy Napier the right coach for the Florida Gators? And if he doesn't win in 2024, is he finished? The answer is undeniably yes. He's got the 16th recruiting class in 2024. Now, before yesterday, where it had to be revealed where everyone was going, their recruiting class was top 10. With so many big names leaving, then this thing just fell apart very fast. And we'll talk about that right after this small commercial break. So, you got 5-star defensive back Xavier Filsami, and he chose Texas over Florida. 4-star defensive lineman Amarius Williams chose Auburn over Florida. 4-star linebacker Darius Hayes chose Miami, the U, over the Gators. You have 4-star defensive lineman Nasir Johnson. He chose Georgia over Florida. And 4-star edge Jamonte Waller, he chose Auburn over Florida. 4-star defensive back Wardell Mack, he chose Texas over Florida. And 4-star wide receiver Isaiah Williams, he chose Texas A&M over Florida, which shocked me because I don't even know who A&M's coach is coming up this year. But just looking at it kind of leaves a lot to be desired. Because I don't know what these kids knew, but they know that they didn't want to be a part of the Florida experience. And then another 3-star defensive lineman, you've got Kendall Jackson. He chose Miami over the Gators. Shout out to you. So Billy Napier, the coach of Florida, he came from a smaller school, Louisiana Tech, the Raging Cajuns. And I know they saw some of the success he had with a smaller school, and then they wanted him to coach on a bigger level. No shame in his game. Like I said, don't hate the player. He wanted a big paycheck, and you got one at a big school, but it's coming with a lot of headaches. If you want to get technical, the Florida Gators in 2023, 3-5 in the conference, 5-7 overall. And last year in 2022, 3-5 in the conference, 6-7 overall. This has to be his breakout year. Since he was announced coach, the head coach of Florida football, overall, they've only won 6 games. And the folks in Gainesville, they're not going to tolerate another 6-7 season, another 5-7 season, or 5-8. He's got to be better than that. But again, how do you feel about it? Gator fans, do you want to see a better product out there on the field? Because from the way these 4-star and 5-star kids got out of town and got out and just flipped, it made it seem like they know something is bad on the horizon. And I'm not trying to bring any ill will on Billy Napier. I think that he's a fine coach. I just don't think that the SEC is for everybody. And that kind of high profile pressure job is going to go ahead and it's like I said, it'll boil over and get to a head, because Jimbo Fisher, he got fired in the middle of the season. And he had one of the top 3 recruiting classes in the SEC or in the country. And you're no Jimbo Fisher. And you're at Florida and you're on biding time. So yes, if Billy Napier doesn't win this year in Florida, he's toast. He's toast. And so that just begs the question, who are you going to get to coach Florida? There's no other charismatic figures that's out there that's going to actually lead the Florida Gators back to prominence. And there's only been 2 coaches, I think, in the history of Florida football, as long as I've been alive, that has been viable, that you can say that those are legends. There was Steve Spurrier, Steve Spurrier made the Florida Gators. He made them what they are. And then you have Urban Meyer. After that, man, it's kind of a who's who, you know? You can't pick some of these guys out of a lineup. But again, Gainesville, where do you stand on this? Do you want better for your football team? I think you do. The SEC is a football conference. And then with losses to teams like Kentucky, Florida, Texas. Florida and Tennessee used to be a huge rivalry. Florida and Georgia used to be a huge rivalry. And they had so many great storied rivalries. To see it right now, it's just, you see Florida football on TV, you're just like, well, they got cool uniforms. The pedigree to that place. Call Tim Tebow up, see if he'll take the reins. Somebody do something. This is Big Vern. We gonna holler at you.